And Lucy, please stay here because she wants to play. She really wants to play. This is her wanting to play. And but you don't get to play yet. Lucy, this is a story about cats. How exciting is this? Our first story today was sent in by the Paziamores. What's up, Paziamores? Shout out. Hope all is well. And this is about cats. Now, what they say here is, I thought this article on COVID-19 in cats gave more of a clarification on the risk for cats and humans living together. All right, let's go to it. So for those, I know we've covered this on the show before, but for those who maybe didn't see our first coverage, cats, our feline friends here. Lucy, listen, this pertains to you. Cats are among the animals that can definitely get COVID-19. There was a study out of China that indicated that cats and ferrets are among the most susceptible animals, whereas other animals are not likely to get it. That includes dogs, I think chickens, maybe cows. But there was a study out of China that indicated that cats are more susceptible to the coronavirus, and they can, in fact, get it. And they can also definitely give it to other cats. Now, the study from China, the study was inconclusive as to whether or not there's an interaction between humans and cats. Like it was unknown whether or not a human could give it to a cat or vice versa. They did not find a commonality there. It was inconclusive. But this article, and this is a study out of Wisconsin, seems also kind of inclusive, or excuse me, non-conclusive in regards to humans and cats, but leans towards, proceed with the utmost caution. So cats can become infected with COVID-19 and infect other cats. That's what this study reveals, and a study out of China revealed that too. So this is a new study conducted by researchers from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Lucy, it's okay. I'm going to do everything I can to keep you safe. Lucy's upset. Lucy's upset about this. She's like, what? I can get it. Why me? Why can't dogs get this? I don't know, Lucy. I don't know. We don't want anyone to get it, right? Why cats? I don't know, Lucy. That's just the way it goes. Cats can get it. So, new study, cats can become infected. Their work revealed that the common household pets are capable of getting both the infection and spreading it to other cats, though they aren't likely to display any symptoms. Now, another thing here, there was a guy in Belgium. She really wants to play. There was a guy in Belgium where he got COVID-19 and his cat got it too. And they weren't able to conclude one way or another. Did he give this to the cat? Did the cat give it to him? Is there any relation? Did they both just randomly get it? As far as I know, there's no conclusions there. All right, so it's something to keep in mind, said researcher Peter Huffman. If they are quarantined in their house and worried about passing coronavirus to their children and spouses, they should also worry about giving it to their animals. So the researchers started the study with 3 cats, injecting the infection from a human sample into all 3 animals. The next day, the researchers added 1 healthy cat into each of the infected cats' cages. Within 3 days, all 3 of the original cats tested positive for the virus. 6 days from when the new cats were introduced, all 6 had tested positive. However, none of the cats showed any signs of being sick. Well, hopefully that continues. Hopefully they're fine and they're okay. So this was a major finding for us. The cats did not have symptoms. So here's what they're saying. For those with pets at home, the researchers recommend keeping cats inside the house. Though humans are most likely to become infected by other humans, and cats are much more likely to get infected from sick humans than vice versa. So they're saying, now the study out of China was just totally inconclusive. They were like, as far as humans and cats, we don't know. This study's going a little further. They're saying it seems most likely that sick humans can give it to cats, but not as much vice versa. All right. So I don't know what exactly. Well, maybe they tell us here. You see, I have to be able to see the computer screen, sweetie. So moreover, a person who has tested positive for COVID-19 should limit how much time they're spending with their cats, as doing so can keep their pet safe and healthy. So researchers explain that more work needs to be done to better understand how cats are infected by the virus, but it's important that pet owners take the necessary precautions to protect themselves and their 4-legged companions. As always, animal owners should include pets and other animals in their emergency preparedness planning, including keeping on hand a 2-week supply of food and medications. Preparations should also be made for the care of animals should you need to be quarantined or hospitalized due to illness. Good advice. And Lucy, don't worry. You have plenty of food. You got food for, I'd say, at least a couple months. Probably not much more than that. So yeah, probably the typical amount that we have on hand. And Lucy, don't worry too. I have plenty of supplies to brush your teeth. I brush Lucy's teeth. It's her favorite thing. She hates it. She hates it so much. But I brush her teeth now. She's at that age where it's helpful. So I do brush her teeth. She hates it so much. It's kind of funny. She really, really hates it. I don't even think it's. I think it just pisses her off. Like she's just like, "What are you doing? Why is your dumb finger in my mouth? Why is your dumb?" And hey, that's all the more reason. Got to make sure if you brush your cat's teeth, keep your hands really clean. Keep your hands really, really clean, which I always do. I always wash my hands multiple times before I brush my cat's teeth. The lesson here is you got to be careful. So I want to share this in lieu of this. So when that article came out, I dropped a Lucy and Ron comic, which if any of you guys aren't familiar with Lucy and Ron, it's a comic that I do alongside an illustrator named Chris Liatzis and his company Inks Pixels. And we do a comic called Lucy and Ron, which is about myself and Lucy. And we did this comic after that study from China was released. So, and this comic actually had some controversy. There were some places that would not let this comic be shown. We post the comic on a lot of different cat Facebook groups and a lot of different like cat discussion groups and stuff. And some of them would not let this comic be shown because it was too controversial. So in the comic, look, so Lucy's all upset because of this study from China. Again, this was when the Chinese study was released a little while ago. And so she says to Ron, hey, cats are more susceptible to the virus than other animals. We can pass it to each other, maybe even other humans. And Ron says, yes, a study from China says as much. Transmissions to humans is still unknown, but cats are most susceptible. So then Ron goes to hug Lucy. He goes, we'll get through this together as one world. And Lucy doesn't want him to pet her. And then she says that extra treats hourly prevent the virus. Now, I never thought that I'd need to say this in a world where I'd like to think most people are rational. But there's no evidence that giving your cat extra treats prevents the virus. That's just Lucy, kind of making a joke to try to get more treats. And that's indicated by Ron kind of rolling his eyes like, yeah, sure, Lucy, I don't think that's actually true. But because of the controversy this comic caused, I guess I need to point out that you shouldn't be getting all your medical advice from a cartoon talking cat who is expressing ideas that an actual cat would never really be able to express. At least if they do, we're not aware of it. It's a cartoon. And the point of the cartoon was to, I hate to use that term, raising awareness, because I think it's usually just like a bougie deflection. But I can't think of a better way to put it. In this, for instance, we were trying to kind of raise awareness about the studies that are out there so that people are taking proper precautions and, to provide a little bit of humorous relief through all this. That was all this comic was trying to do. But some people got really upset by it. And some people they didn't want to believe that study, and they went on an anti-China rant. Well, maybe some of those people are a little more open to looking at the science now, since this latest study that confirms all of this information came from Wisconsin. So there you go. But yeah, it was crazy, the response. People were going on these anti-China rants over this cat comic. And people were getting all upset about it, and it had to be taken down. And anyway, so the lesson is that cats can get COVID-19. So please proceed with caution. Please be aware of that. Cats can give it to other cats. Potentially humans may be able to give it to cats. Can cats give it to humans? We don't have any conclusions there yet. But that seems to be what these studies indicate. So proceed accordingly. Be careful. If you can keep your cat inside all the time, please do so. My cat, Lucy, is strictly an indoor cat. So she's not going out at all. And my wife and I are just being careful, for our household. It'd be Because they say if you get it, you should quarantine from your pet, no matter who, even if it's a dog, just to be safe. They're saying quarantine from your pet the best you can. And that's tough, first of all, my place is not very big. It's a Southern California, and so it'd be difficult to quarantine. And plus, your pet wouldn't understand why you're not spending any time with them and why you're excluding them from your life. They wouldn't understand why, so they would get sad and upset, especially, Lucy's a very social cat. She's used to being able to go wherever she wants to, whenever she wants to, and see myself and my wife whenever she wants to, especially now because we're home all the freaking time. She's really used to that now. But, so your pet would get really confused and really sad, and it would probably make them upset. Like, why is my human not wanting to spend time with me? And unfortunately, you can't explain to them, hey, there's this thing. So be careful. And Pazzy Morris, thank you for sharing that. Oh, and in the final takeaway from all this, don't get your medical advice from a cartoon talking cat. All right. Be like, hey, this is meant for humorous relief, and I should do some of my own research. And, anyway. All right. So there you go. Yeah, it's so funny. This comic caused all this controversy when it was released. Anyway. And LucyandRon.com if you want to check out the archive of all the Lucy and Ron comics. All right. So thank you for that, Pazzy Morris. I appreciate it very much.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and